Hold on, guys. I'll be right there. This stupid thing is so loud. It's so loud. I hope you can't hear that. It just buzzes and buzzes all the time in the background. Drives me nuts. Sorry about that, guys. Let's get started. Warrior Tackle Supply, March 2021. This box wasn't supposed to be on the channel anymore, so why is it here? Well, I'm going to tell you in 1 minute. Stay tuned. We're going to look inside.
Get familiar. So if you don't know by now, then you should probably get familiar.
Heidi ho, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to No Redemption Outdoors. Thank you so much for joining me today here in the cave for what might be the last video in the cave for quite some time. Because here in Michigan, I think we finally turned the corner on spring. I think we may be out of the woods. And now that I've said that, we'll probably have a blizzard. But you know what? I think we're pretty good. I think I'm safe in declaring that spring is officially here. And that means we're going to get outdoors. We're going to start making all of our videos out in the shop, or more importantly, out on the boat. And that is the big plan. I think we may actually get out this weekend for the first time this year. I think the weather forecast is extremely promising. So we may be able to do that. You know, I put a lot of effort into rigging, and I've got a 360 camera we'll play with, maybe get some of the fishing videos using that, different things. So we have quite a bit of ambition. That's not why you're here today to talk about that. We're here to actually look inside this Warrior Tackle Supply box for March 2021. Now, I know what you guys are thinking. You are thinking to yourselves, why are you looking at this box, NRO? Last month you said you were going to be terminating. Indeed, I did. I'll put a link up above to that video where I was extremely disappointed. And I went so far as to declare that we were going to have a breakup. I was pretty irritated, to be honest. And so I'll let you watch the video. It'll be obvious why. But, you know, I did declare that I was going to be terminating, but as luck would have it, I just plain forgot. That's it. I'm just going to be honest. I totally forgot. But along in there somewhere, they actually did message me, a rather lengthy message to say that they were sorry I was disappointed, but they had some bigger and better things coming, and if I would just hang in there, that I would be pleased and impressed. And so, you know, I regarded that with some skepticism, but since I had forgotten to terminate anyway, you know, I'm along for the ride. So here we are. And it showed up a couple days ago, and right away I noticed the box is different. This is different than any of the other subscription boxes. The profile is different, and it leads me to be very curious about what's inside. So let's go ahead and take a look inside. Now, I'll warn you in advance, this is not one of my typical box opening videos where I have a bunch of notes and a value analysis, and the reason is because the information is unavailable. It simply doesn't exist. I went out onto the internet, I went onto the Warrior Tackle Supplies website, and I searched all over Google, to be honest, and I couldn't find it. No information, no descriptions, no pricing. I did find on Warrior's Instagram that they did have some pictures of these boxes, but they didn't explain anything. So I can't tell you anything more than what is on the info inside the box. So let's go ahead and take a look. And then I'll have a bit of a commentary at the end. So we'll go through this pretty quick. Every bait in this box is a Warrior branded bait. All right, so just bear that in mind. They appear to be decent. But they are Warrior branded baits only. Okay, so that's kind of what Sixth Sense does, kind of in the same category. I don't think it's the same caliber, but same category. All right, so right away you see you got a package of soft plastic worms on top. And there is this insert card, and on one side it says that if we support Warrior Tackle, that helps them to support organizations that provide employment to people of all abilities. So that's very cool, all right? And then on the back, it just says that it was packed with care by a fellow named Zach. It appears he hand-signed that. Thank you to Zach for packing my box. And here is the actual what you're going to be receiving. And I want you to know this is kind of an interesting way to present these baits. So right away you notice this clear plastic compartmentalized box. And again, because they're all Warrior branded baits, that I think it works. If these were different manufacturers, I don't think this formatting works. But since it's all Warrior tackle baits, it does, in my opinion. And then they set this what's in the bait card kind of in this recessed area here. All right, so let's quickly go through what's in here, and then I want to offer a few thoughts afterwards. All right. All right, going in order, the first item is called the Blade Warrior. Now, again, one of the issues is I have to kind of surmise which one is which because they don't label it, but I believe the Blade Warrior is this item right here. All right, and I'm partial to spoons and blade baits. I like them up here in Michigan very much. I will point out this has a clip on the top, and it appears that you can move that clip in any one of these 4 holes, and that will change the overall attitude of the bait as it goes through the water. I'll read these descriptions. The Blade Warrior, virtually all predators are at risk when this blade bait hits the water. Jig it, crank it, or troll it. Strong Warrior hooks, 1/2 ounce. All right. So that is the Blade Warrior. Again, I don't have any pricing for this, unfortunately. All right, next item is called the Reaction Jerk. I believe that is this item here. This appears to be a fairly decent jerk bait. It's got the split ring up front. It's got the Warrior eyelet or eye on there. I don't know if you can see that on the camera, but it's got the little sort of the Spartan or Trojan helmet there in the eye. The scaling appears to be kind of a 3D scaling in the gill plate as well. Fairly decent. Let me read what the description says. It says, producing a provocative action at any retrieval speed, this suspending jerkbait will dive up to 3 feet. VMC hooks. Now, I will tell you, for being VMC hooks, I'm a little bit unimpressed. I would expect more of VMC, but that's neither here nor there. Just take away from that these hooks probably need to be changed. It does have rattles and a weight transfer system. So there you have it. That is the Reaction Jerk. Next is the Laser Spoon. And that would be this one right here. As you can see, it's got a feather tail on the treble. It's got that same clip on the front there. Let me read the description. It says, slowly wind your reel while twitching your rod tip and watch the spoon flutter and flash. VMC hooks with feather, 1/2 ounce. All right. I do think this will work well up here in Michigan. I would, again, imagine this would catch pike, bass for sure. Okay. And this time of year is a very good time to use this. So there you have it. That is the Laser Spoon. And so the next item is called the Lipless CK, which I think is this item here. This appears to be perch color, and I will point out that aside from the fact that they don't label which bait is which to match up, they also don't provide the colors. So I would urge Warrior to provide the colors in the future. But as you can see, this is a typical lipless crank. Again, it has the split ring up on the top. It's got the 3D gill plate and scaling and the eye with the Warrior Trojan helmet in there. I'll read the description. It says, whether you rip it through grass, bounce it off rocks, or burn it in open water, it delivers everything you need. VMC hooks, 3/4 ounce. All right, so you're going to fish just like you would any lipless crank. Very good time of year to use this. And there you have it. That's called the Lipless CK. All right, next item is the Power Grubs, and that's these that were sitting on the top when we opened it up. This is a 6-pack. I have a bit of a complaint with Warrior over the color. It just says A05. I wish they would actually have, like actual colors labeled on there. I would urge them to do that. But let's get one out. It says on the description, these grubs are perfect for a variety of rigging applications, including jigs and spinnerbait trailers, 2.4 inches. Now, as I'm looking at this, I will confess that I might not have considered putting that on a spinnerbait as a trailer, but since they suggested it, and I'm looking at it and thinking, well, why not? Why not? It might work. So I think I'll give that a go. That is the Power Grub 6-pack. It appears to be like just a white with the fleck in it. And again, no pricing, unfortunately. Next item is the lipless CR. So we have another lipless crank in here. The other one is lipless CK. This one's lipless CR. And as you can see, a slightly different profile. Again, they pronounced Trojan helmet eyelet there, or eye. The 3D gill plate and scaling, the split ring on top, the VMC hooks, nice looking bait. I'll read the description. It looks to be just exactly the same description as the other lipless. Whether you rip it through grass, bounce it off rocks, or burn it in open water, yada, yada, yada. Yep, same description. VMC hooks, 1/2 ounce. All right. So, fish that like you would any lipless crank. I think this is, again, by looking at it, it appears to be pretty decent quality, I have to say. I just wish they provided more information to back that up, but I will say that I am somewhat impressed having it in my hand. All right, the next item is called the Blade Runner. That would be this item. This is a blade bait. It's quite heavy, actually. It's got the VMC hooks again, the Warrior Eye, the split ring on top. Let me read the description. It says, another great blade bait. Jig it, crank it, or troll it. Sharp VMC hooks, 2/3 ounce. Yeah, I would troll that. That's probably what I would do. Now, I want to point something out real quickly. I hope the camera gets this. I don't know if it will, but the paint job on this is very holographic. That's how I would describe it. It's got great depth, and if you've ever looked at a holographic or like a 3D picture where it kind of has a real great depth of field, that's the effect that's in this paint job. It's very cool to look at, I will tell you. So there you have it. That is called the Blade Runner. Right? And then the last item is called the Hot Shot Jerk. That's this item here. This is a jointed crankbait. It appears to be like a craw color. Good color for this time of year, that red. Again, the same eye as all the other baits, split rings as all the others. The description here says designed to go deeper and into the strike zone. Sharp VMC hooks, dives 5 to 7 feet. So this is kind of a medium diver. All right. I'll try to give you a good look at it there. And that is the Hot Shot Jerk. All right. So that's the last item in the box. So what do I think? Well, as I said, I am impressed with the overall presentation. I think I would say that they came up a little bit short in the sense that it feels almost like they got to the 95-yard line or the 5-yard line. They're about to cross over into the goal line, but they just didn't, like little things like, you know, this clear plastic, if it had a bit of color and proper labeling, I think that takes it from an 8 to a 9.5, you know, as far as presentation, for example. Providing the color. And then, for sure, on your website, at the least, or even on your Facebook page or wherever, give some details. And when I say details, tell me how these things are made. Tell me the particulars. Give me some tips about how to best fish them. Really robust information rather than such sparse information that it's like, I'm left to guess, and that's unfortunate because I think this might actually be a fairly decent box. Now, again, there's no pricing, so I can't begin to tell you what the valuation here is. I don't know if I got my money's worth. I feel like I did at $42.99. You know, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 items. Okay? Did I do well? I don't know, but I think I did. So, Again, more information is always welcome. But for those of you who actually got this box, what did you think? Did you have the same impression? Those of you who were watching, and just, what are your first impressions? What kind of comments do you have? And if Warrior were to read your comment and you were able to offer some suggestions, what suggestions might you offer? I would probably conclude by saying, again, I'm very intrigued. I kind of think you might be on the right track, Warrior Tackle. I think you got a little further to go to perfect it, but you got my attention, and I am willing to hang in there another month, if for no other reason than because I'm extremely curious to see where you're going to take it. And I want to see if you're going to, maybe do a few of the things that I discussed that I think would, in fact, take it to the next level. So there you have it. That's my thoughts. I guess at this point I'm going to reserve any further judgment until next month. And of course, I will bring that back to you guys and show it to you and offer you my thoughts at that time. Stay tuned. Same bat channel, same bat time next month. All right, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes the Warrior Tackle for March 2021. Thank you so much for watching today. I am going to put a link up above to our 3-minute grab bag giveaway. I really urge you to get over there. If you're new to the channel, that is awesome. That's basically, I have a giant duffel bag filled with baits. I reach in, grab one out at random, and then every Saturday morning we give it away. Now this week's bait that we're giving away is this Vicious MD65. So get over to that link. Make sure you're a subscriber, and then drop a comment or 2 or 3. Make sure they're relevant, because each one counts as an entry. It could be your turn to win. And like I say, we do it every Saturday, so just keep coming back every Saturday, and I guarantee you one of these Saturdays you'll win. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I will once again say thank you. If you like what we're doing, subscribe and hit the thumbs up. And until we meet again, take care.
Jag är somali och jag rappar mina rötter ey 15 000 det är bara mina fötter ey Jag är somali, rappar Mali